The Morning Show from your local news leader.
Welcome back. It's time for Friday Flicks, and this week we have two fact-based films.
That's right. So here to review what they call Breaking and Adopting Audrey is film critic Chuck Koplinski. And Chuck, I think I saw a trailer for Breaking. This has to do with maybe a bank robbery?
A bank robbery, and it's, like I said, a true story, a story that didn't end well for anyone concerned. The main character of this is a character by the name, or a man by the name of Brian Brown Easley. I want to make sure I get that name right. Brian Brown Easley. And there you see him, played by John Boyega. John Boyega, I knew from the Star Wars films. He really impressed me here. Completely different, incredibly intense as this man. And this man, well, he's got an axe to grind, and rightfully so. He is a former veteran. He was in Operation Desert Storm, and he is suffering from PTSD and other ailments as well. He's on the edge. His wife has left him. He's desperate to see his child. He's one check or two away from the street, and the VA has not treated him well, has taken money from him that they should not have, and he wants it back. That's all he wants. He wants $892.
Wow.
That's it. And he can't get some common sense answers to the troubles he's going through, and he's pushed to the point of desperation where he makes a bomb, or claims to have a bomb, and takes over this Wells Fargo location in Atlanta, demanding his $892. That's all he wants. This goes back and forth between him and, of course, the hostage negotiator there, and we also get flashbacks to his experiences with the VA out in the field, and we also see his wife and child as well. And as you can tell, this becomes a rather tense situation. It also becomes obvious that this isn't going to end well. These situations never end well, of course. But this one seems particularly tragic because we get more background about this young man, and we see that he was a gentle soul, that he really never wanted to hurt anyone, and that the military and his experience altered him to the point to where, well, he felt trapped and in a corner and couldn't do anything else. This, as I say, is, well, I wouldn't say it's not a pleasant watch, but it is engaging, and it is, of course, what some movies are intended to do. It makes you angry, and it puts the spotlight on our veterans and how they aren't treated correctly at times when they come back. It's unfortunate that I have to say that. It's unfortunate that this movie has to be made. It's unfortunate that we are still talking about this. Yet we are, and that's why we have movies like Breaking to, again, call attention to an issue like this and hopefully get somebody to pay attention. And this one is in theaters.
Definitely worth a watch there to kind of open your eyes to that.
Exactly right.
All right, and we have Adopting Audrey up next.
Also a true story, not as intense, actually the opposite. This one actually is quite inspiring. And there's Jenna Malone. She's so sweet. I interviewed her, and you'll be able to see that interview on CI Living on Monday. Did you know that adults can be adopted?
I did not.
Neither did I, not till I watched this movie. Apparently, there is a service or services in which adults can be adopted by families who wish to have them. And you might say, well, why would that happen? Well, we see some examples of people who want to take in an adult. Older people who perhaps never had any children. Older people whose children have gone away, and maybe they need to fill that void. Well, Audrey, she's lost her boyfriend. She's lost her job. Her parents want nothing to do with her. She's pretty lonely. And, well, she finds out about this service and says, what the heck? And we have this family take her in. Well, there's the old guy, Otto. Otto wants nothing to do with this. Otto has alienated his own children. He doesn't know how to relate people. He's a genius, science-wise and engineer-wise, but he can't relate to people. Well, Audrey comes in, and she decides she's going to fix that treehouse. It's been just sitting there for Otto's grandchildren. And, well, eventually she breaks down Otto's reserves. The thing I liked about the film is how subtle it is. I mean, this sounds like it could be an over-the-top, melodramatic weeper, and it's not. It slowly gets under your skin. Just as they're very smart in the way that Otto doesn't come around overnight, he takes his time, and the film takes its time, and that makes it much more convincing. This is a movie I really needed right now, and I would encourage people to find this one out. You can get it through video on demand at home. This, again, is something that I regret that I have to say, but it reminds us of what it means just to be kind to each other and how far that goes. It doesn't take a lot to be kind. It doesn't take a lot to have a kind word or give a good smile, and this movie reminds us of the power of such things. So Adopting Audrey, I was completely charmed by it.
All right, so we got an intense true story and a heartwarming one, too.
You got it.
All right, Chuck, thanks so much for being here.
You bet.